Bet. Bet is a term that was frequently used by myself and people from my hometown near Pittsburgh. When coming to Penn State, though, we noticed that other people used the term too, but in a very different way that doesn't make very much sense. Eventually, me and my friends found out that the people who used bet in this other strange way were all from around Philadelphia. Because we've gotten in many arguments about this with people from Philadelphia, I felt the need to redefine this term to show these people that their way of using the term bet is illogical, and that our way of using bet makes much more sense. But first, we are going to take a look at how bet is used by people from Philadelphia. How do you use bet?
I use it as in okay, awesome, great. Like if you find a parking space, you say okay, bet.
Caitlin is not alone in using bet in this way. Urban Dictionary also defines bet as meaning yes or I agree. The Slang Dictionary also defines bet in a similar way, as to agree to do something, to confirm, or agree with. Although it's defined this way by these sources, it doesn't quite make sense to use it this way, and here's why.
Hey, wanna walk to class?
Bet.
What are we betting on?
As you can see, using bet in this way can be very confusing, especially considering its multiple meanings and uses. Someone who has never heard the word used in this way before is not going to understand what you are saying and is going to be left very confused. So now, we'll look at a much more logical use of the term bet. The way me and my friends use bet is similar to that of its dictionary definition. Dictionary.com defines bet as to wager with or to make a wager. This is very similar to how me and my friends use bet. To put it simply, we use bet as a somewhat humorous way of saying, yeah, right, or you won't do it. To elaborate on this, we have Brendan and Matt from Pittsburgh who both use bet in this way. How do you use bet?
I use bet as like a term for a wager. So like when Chad earlier told me he thinks he's going to get an A on this project, I simply responded, bet.
How do you use bet?
I use bet as a humorous way of saying you won't do it.
If you still aren't getting it, then maybe you need to watch these.
Maddie, I swear to God, you keep hitting my book, I'm going to smack you.
Bet.
Hey, is that bike on chain?
Looks like it.
I mean, it doesn't say don't take.
You won't take it.
Bet.
Hopefully by now you understand how we use bet and why it's much more logical and sometimes humorous to use it this way. If you still claim you don't get it, all I can say is bet.